It is the end of an era. Records shattered, respect earned. And now, after 20 years and 5 NBA championships, Kobe Bryant will say goodbye to his first love, basketball. Everybody wants to know, why now?
It's the right time. There's no point in really belaboring it or dragging it out or saying, well, leave the door open in case, I don't know, something may change. I don't think this is something, this is a decision that you can allow to have outside influence dictate whether or not you continue to play. It must be a decision that comes from within. So once I knew this was it, might as well say it.
So how did you know this was it?
I try to have at least 15 minutes of still time and just kind of sit in my thoughts in the morning and just kind of meditating. Normally what happens with me is my mind would always drift to the game. Always. And then I found myself sitting there, my mind wouldn't drift towards the game all the time anymore. And that's when I started realizing, you know what? It's getting close. It's getting close.
Not just 20 years, but 20 years with the same team, the LA Lakers. How important is that to you?
Extremely. It means everything to me. I was such a huge Laker fan growing up. I mean, like a diehard Laker fan. I had Magic posters, Magic t-shirts. It was my dream to be a Los Angeles Laker. And so, to be here for 20 years and to get to know some of my mentors, it's been a dream come true.
And the fans, the letter that you wrote, you wanted to speak to your fans first. Why?
Well, because I think it was important for them to know how much they've meant to me. The letter itself still doesn't do it justice, and how important they've been, how vital they've been in my career. And we grew up together, and that's such a beautiful thing.
Was it a slow process to get here, or was it just one of those light switch went off and you said now?
It was a slow process, and it was something that kind of evolved over the last 3 years. With the Achilles injury, that really frightened me, because it was like my career could be over now. It scared me. What am I going to do next? And then I trained hard, came back the next season, fractured my knee. And I trained even harder, came back again, tore my shoulder. And it was just like, oh my, this is one thing after the next. And so it was kind of a slow 3-year process of kind of evolving to get to where I am.
The 17-time All-Star calls himself his biggest critic, and he admits this season is far from his best. Do you feel that you're being treated fairly, this season being your last and all that you have done for the sport?
Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. You can't just sit around expecting everybody just to give praise all the time. You got to be able to take the good with the bad. One of the most important things that I could share with the younger generation is to accept it all. Don't have any expectations or lean on or rely on positive reporting on your career or negative.
Have you accomplished everything that you've wanted to on the court?
No. I wanted 8 championships. As a dreamy kid growing up in Italy, I wanted 8.
Why 8?
Because Magic had 5, and then Michael had 6, and I said, okay, we're gonna win 8. And had the opportunity to have 7, and didn't work out.
You have talked about wanting to have your place in the history of this game. Top 5 players of all time. Who would those 5 players be, and would you crack the starting 5?
No, I would never put myself in the starting 5 ever. I'll put the people that I've actually learned the most from, being Jordan, Magic, Bird, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Jerry West.
And when you see that hashtag GOAT by your name?
I think it's fantastic. I think it's great to be mentioned in the same breath as those players. Honestly, to me, that's everything. We'll sit and debate endlessly who would win in a one-on-one matchup between myself and MJ, and we debate that until the cows come home.
So who would win?
Oh, he would win some, I would win some. But those are debates that'll go on forever.
Although he said his goodbyes, I had to ask, are you really ready to let her go?
I am. But the thing, I'm carrying this with me no matter what, you know what I mean? But internally, my love, my passion, everything that I've learned from it is always going to be with me.